Winter is preparing to make another strong push across the United States. A rare storm could reach the southern plains this weekend and may also spread into the southeast and along the east coast. Some communities could see several inches of snow on roads, even in places where snow rarely sticks or lasts long. This weather pattern has already shown how quickly it could become dangerous. A viral video near Lake Michigan last night captured intense blizzard conditions. Strong winds blasted snow sideways across streets and along the shoreline. Visibility dropped so suddenly that headlights appeared like faint candles. It offered a clear preview of what this setup could bring in the next coming days. A powerful Arctic blast is lining up behind the current cold. Frigid air will surge out of Canada and rush southward. It is expected to dig deep into the south, not just the Midwest. Cold air alone does not create a storm though. Snow requires moisture and lift at the same time. If Gulf moisture moves in as the cold settles, snow can develop. Areas from Texas through the Carolinas should keep a close eye on the weekend. Even northern Florida could see a few flakes if conditions line up just right. The jet stream is steering this entire setup. At the moment, it is angled from the northwest across much of the country. That orientation creates a direct pathway for Arctic air to pour south. A strong cold front has already moved through many eastern states. Additional cold air filters in tonight, and again tomorrow with the northwest flow. In parts of the southeast, the most frigid temperatures may not arrive until Saturday. By Saturday and Sunday, the upper level pattern becomes more complicated. A notable upper level low is expected to sit near the Great Lakes and rotate. This feature helps carve a deep dip in the jet stream farther south. On Saturday, cold air pushes back into the plains and Midwest. By Sunday, it presses toward the Gulf Coast and the interior southeast. A sharp temperature contrast could develop from Louisiana toward North Carolina. That boundary is where winter weather can quickly take shape. Meanwhile, moisture from the Gulf of Mexico is moving north. If a surface low forms and tracks favorably, precipitation can expand. If cold air holds its ground, that precipitation may fall as snow inland. The risk zone could extend from Texas and Oklahoma toward the mid-Atlantic, with some parts of New England possibly seeing snow later on. The most crucial factor is the storm's track near the coast. A farther west track tends to spread snow farther inland, while a coastal track pushes heavier moisture eastward. Over the next week, multiple snow chances line up one after another. Today, light to moderate snow has been moving through parts of the northeast. Lake effect snow has also been active near Lake Michigan. Western Michigan and northern Indiana have experienced bands that can shift quickly. Another small system follows close behind the current one. Late tonight into early tomorrow, snow spreads across much of the Midwest. Most of it appears as scattered snow showers with limited accumulation. Some areas may still see brief bursts of heavier snow. Snow squalls are possible in stronger bands, especially in open areas. These squalls can rapidly reduce visibility and cause sudden whiteouts on highways. Even a thin layer of snow can freeze quickly on icy pavement. By Friday morning, snow lingers around the Great Lakes. A weak low-pressure system continues to spin and pull in cold air. Lake effect snow may redevelop through Friday and into early Saturday. Areas downwind of Lake Michigan remain favored for repeated bands. Friday night also brings lighter snow into Kentucky and Ohio. A few snow showers could brush Missouri and Illinois. Most locations will see minor accumulation, but slick travel remains a concern. Saturday morning may still feature a few snow showers in Kentucky, with some reaching southern Tennessee before fading. Farther west, attention shifts to Oklahoma and Texas during the day. The Texas Panhandle could see snow showers first as colder air settles in. Areas west of Oklahoma City have a better chance than locations farther east. Some guidance even hints at brief snowflakes near Dallas and Fort Worth later on, though any snow there would likely be spotty and short-lived. Saturday night into Sunday is when the forecast becomes more challenging. Southern snow events are uncommon, and models often struggle with the details. Small temperature changes can quickly flip snow to cold rain. Slight moisture differences can eliminate snow. One likely feature is moisture gathering along the Gulf Coast overnight, as that moisture lifts northward. Cold air pressures south at the surface, creating a freezing line where the two meet. Some model runs, including parts of the GFS guidance, suggest a stronger scenario. In that case, snow could spread from Kentucky into the central Gulf Coast. Portions of Mississippi and Alabama might see accumulating snow. Some guidance even allows snow to reach near Mobile. By Sunday morning, bands could move inland and expand east. Atlanta could see snowflakes if the cold remains deep enough, and western North Carolina could also experience wintry precipitation. Snow could extend along parts of the coast as Sunday progresses. Other solutions, including some European guidance, show a weaker system that stays farther east. In that scenario, snow develops later Sunday and remains closer to the coast. The best chances are in Georgia and the Carolinas. The snow area would be narrower and less intense. These differences come down to the strength and placement of low pressure. Even a slight shift can quickly move the rain-snow line. Ensemble models help show overall risk without relying on a single solution. Many probability maps focus on areas with more than 1 inch of snow. Those probabilities have increased compared to earlier in the week. Parts of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia now show higher odds, with some areas reaching 60, 70, or even 80%. Central Tennessee and southeast Texas remain lower. Along portions of the East Coast, probabilities also climb into the 60% range. European ensembles have been more cautious overall. Exact snow totals remain uncertain. Some scenarios show 2 to 5 inches across parts of the Deep South, likely falling in narrow bands rather than evenly. Other solutions show only a light coating in many locations. A blended forecast often suggests 1 to 2 inches. Blends can miss sharp bands that produce higher local totals, making this a classic boom or bust event. This is especially important because much of the South is not equipped for snow. Many areas have limited plows and road treatment supplies. Even a couple of inches can shut down major highways and ramps. Airports may also experience delays as de-icing operations increase. If the storm tracks near the East Coast, impacts could spread farther north. Timing still centers on Sunday into very early Monday. Temperatures will be a significant story throughout this period. The first Arctic blast is already in the Ohio Valley and nearby regions. It reaches the East Coast tonight and continues tomorrow. A second, stronger Arctic blast arrives this weekend, first filling the Midwest and Great Plains before plunging into the Southeast. This colder air supports snow chances farther south than usual. A third push follows early next week across the northern tier and the Great Lakes. Wind chill may be the harshest element for many. Sub-zero wind chills are possible across the northern states this weekend. Early next week could bring the coldest morning of this stretch. Parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin could see wind chills of 30 to 35 below zero. Farther south, the cold will still feel sharp and unusual. Parts of Florida could see wind chills in the 20s and 30s. During strong cold snaps, iguanas can become stunned and fall from trees. After the weekend system moves through, the pattern does not ease quickly. Monday into Tuesday still features a deep dip in the jet stream. The upper level low remains near or north of the Great Lakes, continuing to pull cold air from Canada. This keeps lake effect snow chances going. Bands can redevelop with little warning, and cold roads limit melting between events. Black ice remains a nightly concern. In the south, temperatures may rebound slightly after the main surge, but freezing mornings could still linger. Northern Florida and southern Georgia may dip below freezing again. Any leftover slush can refreeze after sunset, creating slick conditions. The model agreement should improve as the event draws closer. Short-range, high-resolution models typically handle shallow cold air and small Gulf systems better. That is why forecasts may shift from run to run. The overall theme remains consistent. Cold air arrives, moisture follows, and a storm may form along the boundary. Looking ahead, longer-range signals hint at another cold spell later in January. Dates around January 24th or 25th are often mentioned. That does not guarantee another storm, but it keeps the possibility open. For now, the best approach is to closely monitor the storm track. A slight westward shift increases the potential for inland snow across the south, while an eastward shift limits snow and focuses impacts closer to the coast. Updates over the next few days should sharpen this forecast. Expect adjustments in totals and placement with each run. If travel is planned, stay flexible and check alerts often. This pattern remains active, very cold, and marked by frequent changes.